one of the things that we mentioned kind of at the start is you being able to go on tour last year. And that, I'm sure, was like a really cool experience for you. Because last year, like, how many days did you end up being on tour?
Man, I mean, in total or just like for the nights and
like,
days?
In total.
Man, it was a lot, bro. Man, because I think overall it was probably like 40 or 50. Dates. Because I started last year in Australia, and then I went on a one big family tour in California. And then, you know, just little stuff along the way. And then we did nights and days, which was like a 2-part tour. And then, just like all the little stuff, like ultimate, it was like up there.
Yeah, and that was a lot more than anything you had ever done before, right?
Ever, fully experienced it.
So cool. And so with us being like a travel missions, kind of stuff like that.
Legit, bro.
One of the things we definitely want to talk about on the podcast, kind of get your thoughts on, was just some of the things that the Lord was able to walk you through in terms of it being your first time being on tour for, you know, a good amount of the year. You traveling around, you going to all these different places, hanging out with all these different friends that you had, and just some of the lessons that the Lord was able to provide on tour. And so whether there's like specific memories or lessons or things like that that he was able to teach you along the way, or related to like the actual traveling, like something that the Lord was able to grow you in that. Whatever you'd want to share, like, we'd love that.
Man. I mean, definitely a thing would just be moving fast, like just getting caught up in, you know, you can get so caught up in ministry and you can get caught up in so many things. And Jesus did a lot of stuff, but he was always like hearing the Father. And also just, I learned so much from the week of prayer at my church. But there was one of my deacons said, he was like, how many times did I ignore, you know, people because I'm doing so-called God's work? Like, I could be out on tour, like, you know, I'm leading worship tonight, I'm doing all these things, but like, there's someone at the gas station that needs to hear about my Jesus. Like, so that was the thing that God was definitely trying to teach me, like, learn how to like break away from what you think, you know, your patterns are, and just like hear me in the moment. So there'd be a lot of times, and a lot of it was just on stage and everything like that. But I would still have moments where, you know, you just find yourself talking to people anywhere, like about Jesus, but just trying to stay in the moment with God, like not getting caught up in routines and everything like that. So definitely, moving fast. Like that song, it meant a lot, because I was like, I know it's something that I wanted to prevent myself from doing, like getting so busy, and then ultimately losing God in it. And that's why I did like rest after that tour. I even went to New York, and a bunch of my friends were like, bro, you could hop on stage with us. It was like, they were like having a worship night, and I was like, bro, just hop on stage. And I was like, nah, man, like I gotta chill out. And New York is like my favorite city ever. So, but it's real, man. It's like, resting and just moving around and staying in the moment.